So we need to open up a different workbook. We're going to go back to the original PF first quarter sales. So before we even renamed it, I have to, there it is. Okay, so this is before we even renamed anything. And we are going to call this one 4-PivotChart. And last time when we created a pivot table or a pivot chart, we were actually in the pivot table. And this time what we're going to do is create a pivot chart just based on our range of data. So we're going to go ahead and select our range here. And we'll go into Insert. And then you'll notice in our chart section, there is an option for a pivot chart. So we're going to click on the list arrow. And you can either create the chart or you can create the chart in the table. So we're going to create the chart. So now it's showing us the range, and that is correct. And we do want it in a new worksheet. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. So this is very similar to what we did when we created that table by scratch. The difference is that we're now plugging stuff into a chart instead of into a spreadsheet. And what they would like for us to do is add manufacturer. And you will notice that that is added automatically to the axis. And then we're going to add region. And that is added to the axis as well. And we actually want this to be in the legend. So we're going to click on that little list arrow here, and we're going to say move to legend. Now we also could have dragged it up to the legend, keep that in mind. And then we're going to add sale price. And that automatically goes under values. And now you should actually start to see something that looks a little bit like a chart. Okay, because you have to have values in order to create the bars. And let's go ahead and move this. Now you want to be in the chart area to move. Now you can just kind of left drag and place it. And we are going to resize this a little bit to make it bigger. And there we go. So it's kind of down almost to row 26 and about the same width as the data. Now they do want us to rename our sheet. Call it summary data. And then we can kind of play around with this. So if you want to change the manufacturer, you can kind of see how that looks, and we can clear that out. And if we want to specify specific regions, we can, and we can clear that out. And at this point, we are going to save our changes. You want to make sure you have everything kind of cleared out and that you have renamed your sheet and called it summary data.